if you're like, boy, looks like they're working with a green screen, huh? And someone's like, yeah, no shit, buddy. You're like, oh, I feel really stupid.
Yeah. So, fuck, I thought I had something there.
Yeah.
It is like the ultimate, you know how there's like the Twitter response, like, you thought you had something, King, or such. That is what that is.
They say, thought you had something, King?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
No, it's not. It's like, man, you thought you had something there, didn't you? And fuck, yeah, I did.
But I like ending it with King.
I might have thrown that in. I might me just being a nice person.
I like the idea of like cleaning up Twitter that teeny bit where like you're still being a jerk,
like mocking that person.
Yeah. Like who's the guy? John Cryer.
Yeah.
From
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men, yeah. There was a video of this woman singing the national anthem, and she was like in a park, and a guy was walking by, and he walked over, and he started singing in harmony with her, and it was a nice little video, and I don't know when this was. I think it was a while ago. But like it was getting spread around of like these two strangers just singing together. Like, isn't this? I think like one of them was white, one of them was black or something, and it was like so it was being spread and like presented as like, hey, this is just a small little moment, but shit, man, like there can be like a good 10 seconds in the day or whatever. And anyway, John Cryer tweeted it with like, man, it takes some balls to just walk up to somebody and sing the high harmony on the national anthem. But I'm glad he did it. And I responded, I was like, yeah, it's a lower harmony.
Oh, no. You dick.
You fucked up, kid. And like all the responses were like, I'm crying at this. This is so beautiful. And I was like, yo, you mean well. I think I said that. I was like, yo, like I fuck with your message, but you're incorrect.
You fucked up, King. That's awesome.
You were just half a man on this one, King.
Where are the other two men?
Where are the other two men, King? Oh, we gotta start saying shit like that to people.
Brunch, hit it, boys.
We're recording, comma, it's Monday, no cereal, comma, and people are pissed.
It's been a while since we gotten one of these. I'm very excited.
I think you know what we're pissed about. We had this conversation offline. We know what we're pissed about.
I didn't know if it was sometimes you like to, we've had conversations offline. You bring it to the podcast and it's something completely different. I never really know where you're going off the top of episodes.
Is true.
So, now I do know where you're going. Proceed.
No, you tell them. I'm so mad. I don't even know if my lips can, if I can fix my mouth to say the words.
The old boys at Lights Camera Podcast are friends, maybe acquaintances, ex-friends at this point.
Sometimes
enemies.
Sometimes enemies. I don't know. It's so tough with like online people, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would say, like Jeff Lowe is an online friend. Ken Jack definitely an online friend.
Ken Jack.
So I would say
definitely.
like these are friends, but as an entity, I feel there's like a very there's just like there's a bit of like a mutual fuck you going back and forth, even though sometimes we like to
in a
work
respectful
together.
way. In a respectful way. But yeah, our pals over at LCP, they're really good on social. Got to give it to him. That's one of the Jeff is a monster on social. He knows what drives engagement. Ken Jack loves fucking tricking people. One of the funniest people on Twitter. They stole one of our 6 things. We have 6 things on this podcast that we like to talk about. If you don't like any of those 6 things, you're probably not listening to us.
Exactly.
Or maybe we convinced you to like one of those 6 things with us. And we don't ask a lot. We don't ask a lot here. But what we do ask is if we have our 6 things, that you don't fucking touch them. They belong to us, and we get to talk about it. You can have every single thing else in the world other than those 6 things.
Including listeners.
Right. That you for sure can take the listeners, and you for sure have. You have lots of them. We got our dozens of pals. But when you send
with
out
whom
a tweet,
we also have like a mutual fuck you, by the way.
Oh, you want to listen to us? Go fuck yourself.
Right.
We don't need you.
Stop kissing my ass.
Yeah. You're making me real uncomfortable over here. I don't need you listening to the things that I say when I do a podcast. No, the guys from LCP, they sent out a tweet yesterday, like a meme with Robert from Everybody Loves Raymond. And I saw it, and I was legitimately outraged. I was like, what? Well, how fucking dare you? Like you are coming on our street corner and taking a shit right on our street corner with us standing right there.
I was in Maine, so like depending on whether I was outside, inside, whatever, my service on my phone was kind of like cutting in and out. So I've just been getting tweets and texts in like out of order batches and stuff. So I saw that somebody tagged me in a tweet. There was a response to Lights Camera Podcast that said "Stolen Valor," and I was like, "I'm so excited! Like, what could this be?" Then I forgot about it, of course. And then like 15 minutes later, I was inside, and you texted me that. It's just dawning on me now that these are all connected. But we were like, "Yo, for real? Like, how many things do we have?" I think I said 13.
I think you said 6. I stole 6 from
6?
you. So stolen valor there.
It's
but let's
not
rattle
a high
them off.
number.
Let's rattle them off. What are the things that we would be mad at if somebody stole? Mamma Mia, Father John Misty.
Those are the big 2, really.
Yeah. For sure, Everybody Loves Raymond.
So like Raymond is, I think, Rushmore brunch stuff. So even if you want to take away the other 2 that are in the 6, like I think the first 3 that come to mind, you're right. Mamma Mia, Father John Misty, and like then it's Raymond. And there are things like we talk about like Taylor Swift. Like everybody talks about Taylor Swift.
We're not because she's insanely popular,
right? Like we're not. I mean, yeah, Raymond, very very niche following.
Yeah. Even like Paddington. We did a Paddington episode, but at this point, like you can't claim that Paddington is a brunch thing because it's just a universally beloved movie,
right? I maybe being like a little too into Midsommar.
Yep.
Could be one of our things, but our real things are like few and far between. I think that most of our things are just like bullshit things that we make up between the 2 of us. But as far as like pop culture things on which we'll always rely, I mean, Raymond is right there. Specifically, I was going to say specifically Robert, but that's not true. It's specifically Raymond. I would say
Raymond and Deborah.
Yes, you took the third thing from our thing that everybody literally loves.
I mean, if they sent out like a lemon pepper chicken tweet, I would have shown up on the doorstep of Jeff Lowe's apartment.
Yeah, Thunder, I guess, would be one of the things. Even though Thunder was a huge thing, but like nobody was weirder about Thunder than us.
Yeah. Yeah, like even when Pardon My Take got Imagine Dragons on and like started making Thunder jokes, like I was like, this is copyright infringement.
Yeah. Thunder became like a joke as well. But I think it was like separate from us and it was after us.
Yep.
Like
that one felt good. We were like ahead of the trend. We're not usually ahead of the trend. We're
And
usually
I've
like
never-
2 years behind.
Yeah.
And that's part of the joke. But being ahead of the curve is cool. Feels nice.
I think we've done 2 tweets from the brunch account to them. Like I think you quote tweeted their tweet saying like, excuse me, like what the fuck is this? I hit them with the response to the tweet so everyone can see it. So all their followers can see it. Hit them with the classic, I'm going to kick your ass. And just waiting to hear back from them because LCP, they'll tell you it stands for Lights Camera Podcast, but the way I see it these days, they're lousy, cowardly phonies, if you ask me. What could we steal from them? Like Google Drive vote links.
Yeah. Google document vote things.
They are so like meticulous and like they really do. They're organized on Twitter.
Mhm.
That is like that shows how
Absurd.
meticulous they are. That they're like, we want to hear what you have to say, and we're gonna actually like compile this data. That is otherworldly.
Yeah, we make up like a fake email address that we never check, and we're like, yeah, send all your responses there. We'll get to them.
Oh yeah, we always say like give us a call on the buzz. Just dial us up, hit us up on Twitter. I feel like every time we say like, so tweet at us about whatever, we then get into a conversation about how we absolutely do not care what the people are going to tweet at us.
We could steal the slap. That was a big LCP thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I think did this all start as a result of Peacock?
Possibly. Yeah.
Because Raymond, and I've got to figure this out as an NBC employee. So Peacock, everybody says it's great. Like I said, I've been places with limited internet, so I guess I've not been so hot on all the apps and whatnot. But everyone's saying Peacock, NBC's streaming service, is really really good. But one of the things it has Raymond.
Mm-hmm. It was on NBC back in the day.
Raymond was CBS.
It might have been for a while, but I think that there was a stretch where it was on NBC.
It pulled a Scrubs.
Yeah,
Switched.
I think so. I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about ever.
Let's look this up. Do you
Yeah,
think you guys can tweet the answer to us as well?
Peacock is free, by the way, which is very nice.
Peacock ran on CBS.
Oh, everybody loves Raymond. Ran on CBS.
I'm sorry. See, yeah, Raymond ran on CBS. So, like, how does Peacock get that?
Wow, that's an ultimate cuck.
That's a get
Mm-hmm.
for NBC because they've already got like a lot of the big guns. Just because anything that has ever aired on Thursday night on NBC, starting from like, I don't know, it wasn't like Cheers before Friends.
I don't know.
Anyway, they like.
CBS has like 8 NCISs, and they got me. So what else more could you want?
Yeah. Anyway, so I think that this came from them. Yeah. Cheers ran into the early '90s, and then Friends took it from them. I think this came from they were probably nerding out on Peacock, getting all excited watching episodes of The Office and Friends and all those shows, and they were like, "Yo, Raymond's here. Let's tweet some jokes about. Let's make some Raymond memes." They did like hashtag
Ray memes.
Ray memes. For
Which,
all we know,
like,
they were just jumping on a trend, but it doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it either way. Like I figured once I saw it, I was like, there could be some joke that I'm missing here. That I'm sure that they discussed it on the podcast. Hey, we'll do this and whatever. It doesn't matter. Stay off our corner. I don't care whether you're mocking, whatever. Leave the everybody loves Raymond to us.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, but is there any GIF or like clip from a show or movie that you have never found but want to exist because there's a lot of times you want to use it?
Oh, shit.
There's a really strong one that comes to mind for me. And I've looked for it a bunch of times.
There definitely is for me, but I don't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. Because I mean, I've thought about going and making one just for the sake of it, but I can't recall why.
That actually is a good topic. Listeners, tweet at us at the brunch account. Tweet GIFs or clips from movies, because I'm into I like to do the actual video clip these days. I'm sure anyone who's been keeping up with old cousin CJ is quite aware of that. I like adding a little audio to the
Yep.
the clips. Anyway,
we should do like a brunch vault of like non-existent GIFs.
Oh, that was
clips.
What's it called? Did that? So I want to clarify. Talking about things that actually exist, though, not like GIFs. Not like, oh, I wish
Right.
there was a GIF of like the Onion did a thing like this. It was like the top 10 GIFs that would be so great if they existed, and one of them was like Rashida Jones taking a sip of coffee and winking.
would be a good ass GIF.
Like that would right. Like everybody would use that.
Yeah.
Mine though, my real one that I've just not found online, could make it myself. Don't feel like it. Walter White walking into the parking lot, going up to the meth head, saying, "Stay out of my territory."
That doesn't exist.
When he sees the guy at the the hardware store.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Not when I've looked for it. No, I don't think so. And certainly not. I don't think a video is out there. The base for like those videos, I feel like unless it's of Stephen A. Smith, are not easy to find. I feel like there's a lot of like Stephen A. Smith reaction videos that everybody uses.
Everything that Stephen A. Smith has ever done has been clipped and turned into a meme that's been used 1,000 times. I think one of the best accounts on the internet is the Stephen A. Smith burner account.
I was just about to bring it up.
Good.
It's amazing, and it never misses.
Yeah, it's so good, and like across the board, you'll find like some bit of Hollywood news, and somehow, some way, the Stephen A. Smith fucking burner account is in there with the perfect reaction.
And Twitter must sort it by like if it's an account you follow, they'll put it up top.
Yeah,
because the way my dumb brain interprets it is
he's always first.
He's always the first to respond. So like Mark Ruffalo will tweet something or whatever, and the first response is Stephen A. Smith burner account. So Lights Camera Podcast, we're figuring out what to steal from you. We could do, let's see. I mean,
the maps are a big one, but they're so good at the maps that I don't even want to steal them from them.
The maps are the best, and every time they do those, I'll quote tweet it with, "This always makes me laugh," or something like these ones are always funny, and the first 5 responses are still like, always
what the fuck?
Well, it's wrong. So if you like things that are clearly wrong, you think that I love that
it is unbelievable like how many smart people that they continue to dupe with those every time.
Yeah.
It is crazy. But I mean, my favorite part is always the acronyms. The acronyms are fucking hilarious.
Well, that's where it should be a dead giveaway that it spells out like fart.
Shart.
Or something like. Yeah. Shart was that one. So we'll think about what to do with Lights Camera Podcast. Maybe like we've obviously had a diss track back and forth with them. I was thinking of doing like maybe like a super long diss track. Like a 3-hour and 15-minute diss track. You just chip away at like 20 minutes a day.
Very on brand for us, finding something that we like and then just fucking crushing it into the ground.
Just polarizing it.
Overboard, yeah.
We'll start working on it now, and in like 2.5 years, be like, you want to take Raymond from us, motherfuckers?
Twitter won't even exist in like 2 years. Like, don't you dare steal our Twitter content. Be like, yo, Twitter was over 2 years ago.
Like, oh shit, you were on Twitter? Cancel. You just admitted you were on Twitter? Bye.
A little programming notice. We are not returning with What's Cooking this week, maybe next week.
Yeah. I mean,
it's such a bummer because like we got so much momentum in that category and in that area, and we want to do the next one really bad, but we're just like can't find the right time at this point.
I hope you're all still with us on the cooking. Whether
I mean, I think they are because I've literally had people ask,
like, you gonna cook or what?
Yeah, and it takes a lot for people to ask me about like, hey, when's the next brunch thing happening?
Hey, I'd like an update. To ask anybody, hey, I'd like an update on your pod. Hey, please tell me about your podcast. Nobody ever says that.
No. So very excited that people are excited about What's Cooking. The next one should be soon.
We're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking pretty soon.
And it has been decided that we're still cooking with more cook. Still cooking with more cook. And I don't know. Is this going to be the last one? I feel like this should be the last one.
We should make a GIF of. We should take the GIF. Or the video, I guess, of I'm Not Leaving from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Put Dane Cook's, or I don't know, like one of our faces over Leo.
This is already too much work. It's definitely not going to happen. But
dub it in. We're still cooking. We're still cooking. we're still cooking. And then everybody gets up and they're really excited because we're still cooking.
Yeah, this will probably be I think this will probably be the last Cook one. This is like the Cook rubber match.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, a Harmful of Swallowed got a nice, little, tidy 1-0 victory.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh boy, they got fucking blown out in game 2
with that 7-0 loss. Really, really tough. So now
this could be the rubber match. It's going to need to be like a pretty resounding victory in game 3 on aggregate.
That's the thing. Even if it comes back and it's like, oh, nice little 3-2 win.
Has to be it has to be like the biggest win we've ever seen.
Yes, right. It has to be as good as Retaliation was bad. It's got to negate that, so then you can get that 1-0 victory for Harmful of Swallowed.
I gotta say, I don't like his chances.
I don't know what the betting odds are, but oh boy, I am crushing. I don't know, whatever team is not the Dane Cook content being good.
I am very excited though to venture into other areas of what's cooking, because I did some research a week or two ago and found out that there is a section of Twitch that exists with people just watching movies and TV shows.
Oh, so you can do that?
Yeah.
Is it legal?
I don't know, but I would assume so, because there were thousands of people in these streams.
Okay.
So there's no way that many people are watching a stream and Twitch is just cool with it.
Right. Are reputable people doing it?
That's what I'm saying. Thousands of people are watching a specific stream. So I'm assuming that it's a regular thing with big streamers, and they do that and it's okay. I mean, if anybody else knows any different, tweet at us. We won't read it and we'll do it anyway and probably get sued. But no, I think that's something that you can do as long as it is readily available online. So I want to do, I've had this idea for a couple weeks. I want to do Yo Mama. I want to do that MTV show.
Oh,
Yo
right.
Mama.
Yeah. Yo Mama would be great.
I think that would be a really good one. And then, I don't know, there are some other TV show ideas that I think would be really good.
Nice. So we're going to do that. First, maybe the 3 hour and 15-minute diss track of LCP. We gotta figure out our priorities here. Do we continue doing the thing that we've been doing that people seem to like, or do we go dark for, I don't know, 2 years and then come back?
What we should do is we should do a live stream on Twitch of us coming up with the diss track, and then we'll just tell the chat to clip it every time we come up with a good idea, a good couple bars, and then we'll take the sum of those clips and turn it into an hour and 15-minute long diss track.
That's what musicians do. They'll just hit record and just noodle around for 45 minutes, go back and listen to it later, and be like, oh, that part was cool. That part was cool.
We should become a podcast jam band where we just record for 5 hours and then take 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think that people, a lot of podcasts do that. They podcast for a very long time and then they edit the piss out of it, which would be cool, I guess. But I don't know. It seems kind of like cheating.
Yeah, it seems like you're really duping the audience there. What you get from us. I mean, we might be the best pound for pound podcast in the world, because you rarely hear anything on this. You really don't hear anything that we've said on a live mic.
Yeah, that's true.
Episodes are lightly edited.
Yeah. It'd be yo, we went 10 minutes too long. Is there anything in there is there a 10-minute period that wasn't that good? Went back and listened through it. Nope. It was all really good. So it all made it. So
every show is a live show.
Right. Let's get to a read here, and it's about something kind of serious, because there are a lot of reasons that you could need to talk to somebody, whether something's getting in the way of your happiness, got some goals you aren't meeting, or really you can just have anxiety throughout the wazoo. There's a million reasons, and Lord knows I probably rattled 60 of them off on this podcast at various points. BetterHelp is going to assess your needs and then match you to your own licensed professional therapist. If you need that sort of thing, you can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient, and you start communicating within 24 hours. This is professional counseling You can hit up your counselor whenever you want, send them a message, and they'll get back to you in a pretty timely manner, if you don't mind me kind of sounding like an answering machine there. So you don't have to go sit in a waiting room where they're bringing the therapy to you. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's obviously going to be more affordable than some traditional offline counseling, and financial aid also available. This is available for clients worldwide. It's a broad range of expertise available, which might not locally exist in your area. So BetterHelp could be of use to you there. They got licensed professional counselors specialized in, really, they run the gamut: stress, depression, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, grief, anything. And of course, what you share is confidential. It's convenient, it's professional, it's affordable, and there's plenty of testimonials. You can go on their website and find plenty there. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional 50 counselors in all 50 states. So start living a happier life today. If that's where you're shooting for. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/brunch. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/brunch.
Good job. I know you're a therapy guy, but we did get offered if we want to do a trial or whatever with BetterHelp, they offered it to us. And I think I might do it. I think I might give it a shot. I'm interested.
I'm currently whatever the therapy version of Single is. I've been sans therapist for quite a while now.
Are you on a break?
And I'll tell you, I could have used one at points during these last however many months. And I'm like, damn. And then I'm like, yeah, but is it going to be tough trying to sign up for one online and everything? So it's cool that BetterHelp exists. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead, betterhelp.com/brunch. Have you been checking out the Bubble much?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been, I just followed a couple days ago, NBA Bubble on Twitter.
Oh, I've been following that thing since the second, I was its first follower. I was so ready for Bubble content.
I was for sure ready for Bubble content. I was extremely excited when I found out that they were going to be at Disney World, because that just seems like a circus of a bubble. So I'm interested in it. It has sort of underwhelmed so far.
Yes.
I don't really know what I expected, though.
So I understand why you would say it's underwhelmed, but I love it so far. I think it's like the first episode of The Bachelorette, where they gather all these guys and they throw this extravagant party for them, and they're like, all right, this is going to be a big thing. We're all going to get to know each other, and everybody just immediately makes their little cliques and gets super drunk. All the Bubble is they've brought in DJs, they've brought in all these things for entertainment for the players, and they're like, no, we're just gonna sit in our room and shotgun beers. That's the funniest thing in the world to me.
You know what it is?
Just constantly shotgunning at all times.
You know what it is? It's college.
Oh, clearly, they're on this.
That is exactly what college is.
So supposedly they say that's very AAU.
That sounds awesome.
It's that this has a real travel team on a trip kind of vibe to it.
I mean, that's the peak of life, is being on a travel team with the boys and just getting shacked up in a shitty hotel and just watching movies, playing video games, getting snacks from the vending machine at 11 p.m. Staying up late, maybe watching a movie. It's the best. Now you throw in millionaires who are at Disney World and these pretty nice hotels. That's way cooler.
So, and I like that, because it's not really heightened with the $1 billion, the bajillion dollar
not
hotel
in the bubble.
thing. Right. They're doing what any kids would do. And when I say kids, I mean late teens, early 20s. So I think it's hilarious. I think that right now TNT is blowing an opportunity. They should have a show every night that's called From the Bubble, and have Shaq, Ernie, the whole crew there, and players whenever they want, are free to just like stop by the set.
That'd
And
be
it could just be
cool as
like a
shit.
rotating thing. They just have like a producer hang out to the side and just be like, deal with the players as they come in. Just be like, yes, yeah. Hi, Luca. Sorry, you just gotta go. Wait, they got somebody up there now, but he's gonna be done in a couple minutes. Then you can run up. And like they're probably all gonna be buzzed, and they're going up saying silly things. Chuck stone sober saying way sillier things.
I was gonna say that would work until like one player came by absolutely blasted and said some shit that got him in trouble, and then they're like, all right, we're shutting this down.
Yeah, but you know what? If the Bruins got away with doing their Game 7,
they barely got away with that.
Did they?
Yeah, they pulled the like the replay down from the internet.
Oh yeah, well,
The next day.
I like the bubble content. I am getting I'm going a little crazy with the like the talk of sports logistics and return to play logistics is going to fry my brain.
Yeah, it's the worst. I wrote that this morning. I was just like, even if you don't think that this shit is going to work, like the NBA or the NHL or even like the NFL, even if you don't think that it's going to work, just fucking pretend for me, because I'm so sick of talking about like the logistics of whether or not this is going to work. Let's just be as blindly positive as we can be and just talk about the sports for a little while.
And I think that people don't care. Like, I think that people are like, yo, tell me whether it's happening or not. Like, I don't care for you to guess whether it'll be tough to do this thing or what kind of limitations you can have. Like, I think that at this point, like, everybody has discussed all of them a million times with every person they know, and they're like, yo, give me sports or give me nothing. That's why, thank God for MLS being back. Just put on those games, turn my brain off.
They're terrible, by the way. The MLS games are so bad, dude.
Not from what I've seen so far.
That's because you don't watch the EPL or anything. Like, you're just like watching Little League baseball being like, this is the peak of sports.
Oh, no. They're good games though. They're close. There's like comebacks.
They're close, but the play is terrible. The clip that I saw yesterday of like a team giving away the ball and the dude sprinting the length of the field and then like shooting on like one-on-one, shooting off a defender and deflecting into the net. I was like, holy shit, this is so bad. But no, like, I also think that there's an element of the like, at this point, we know that nobody really knows what they're talking about. So discussing all of these things, like, there's just so much uncertainty and unknown that you have to like just assume that everybody is bullshitting.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad that at least there's some sports to watch right now.
There's going to be more soon. And if you're interested in betting on those, boy, do we have a partner for you. Our pals at betonline.ag, they've got you covered because there's no shortage of action going on at betonline.ag. Sports are making their comeback. They've got UFC, NASCAR, and soccer already back. But guess what? You're going to have MLB back soon. You're going to have NBA back soon. I think, what is NBA? MLB is back in exactly a week from today when we're recording. NBA is back in exactly 2 weeks from when we're recording, and then NHL is back like a day away after NBA. So a lot of things on the horizon here. Plus, you've got UFC and all that. So if you need more, BetOnline also has simulated NFL, NBA, and UFC happening every day. So you can go there to check that out and bet on that. But if you're looking for something else and you're not a sports fan, they got you covered there too, because BetOnline has hundreds of live casino games, poker tournaments, and all the best props in the business. So visit betonline.ag and use your mobile device and join now to receive your new welcome bonus and start playing today. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts at betonline.ag.
How did you enjoy the Twitter experience of the blue checkmark freeze out?
I mean, it wasn't ideal, but I like not tweeting by my own choice. I don't like being locked out.
Right, being told you can't tweet. Then you're like, yo,
No, I
I'd
just
give
wanna
anything.
tweet. Yeah.
Give anything. It's like when when they say like, hey, before you go to get a procedure, and they're like, yeah, all right, your procedure is at 7 a.m. just don't eat anything after like 2 a.m. And you're how can I do that? All I'm going to think about is food.
Well, I mean, that doesn't exactly apply to me because I always want to eat after like 2 a.m. But like it's like the first couple of weeks of coronavirus where they were just like, all you need to do is not touch your face. And I was like, well, I wasn't thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about not touching my face. And oh my God, my face is so itchy.
I got nothing but hands on the face right now.
Right. So, I mean, it was fine. The jokes were kind of funny. I thought that the retweets were pretty good since like we couldn't tweet.
Yeah.
The verified retweets were pretty good. I had a nice little drill retweet.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I forget what it was.
I don't follow that account.
I don't either, but like I see the retweets all the time. And I mean, he tweets too much, but man, when he hits and like you see the most popular ones go around, you're like, wow, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I am interested to know how was it, who first discovered, wait, but I can retweet myself. Who was like so badly trying to tweet and was like,
he just needed that fix, man.
Wait,
gotta get my takes off.
And then once people, I mean, I thought that was kind of cool. It was very organic. Nobody like, I didn't see somebody tweet. I didn't see like a non-verified person tweet, hey, if you have a blue check mark, you can retweet yourself. I learned that from seeing other blue check marks retweet themselves. So I was like, okay, zip zap zorp time. Let's get this shit, and just jumped into some of the oldies. I will say I've always kind of feared the blue check mark. I've always thought that blue check mark was like going to be a bad thing.
I feel like it gives like you like a target on your back, kind of.
For sure. I mean, I got that. I never argue with people about sports on Twitter anymore, but I got into it today for some reason. Somebody was like, "Oh, Julian Edelman is the best postseason receiver ever." I was like, dude, he's played in a million postseason games. He has like 70 receiving yards a game. Like if Larry Fitzgerald played in as many postseason games as Julian Edelman, that like just stop it. Stop it. So I was in that argument with that person. Someone's like, how do you even have a blue check mark? And I was like, I haven't heard that one in a while.
I always hear that one, dude.
Oh, got a blue check mark so you think you're tough. Like, yeah, I do.
I get that one all the time. And it's like, that's the worst thing that you could say to somebody because it just comes off as like, I'm mad that I don't have a blue check. But how did this guy have a blue check mark?
I want to say who cares about a blue check mark, but
seriously.
But when you got the blue check mark,
was cool.
You were like, wow, I've arrived.
Yeah. I mean, like if they took it away from me, I wouldn't care. But like I was pretty pumped when I got it. But now people are like, I guess they give blue check marks to anybody these days. And my response is always, yeah, they pretty much do.
Yo, who talks about blue check marks on Twitter? That is like people that loserish stuff.
The people who don't have them. That's the only people that talk about it.
I probably tweeted about like, yo, I want a blue check mark before I had one. I bet that like people do that.
Yeah, for sure. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like you only want it when you don't have it. When you do have it, I think that if you talk about it, it's just like the lamest thing ever. I don't ever think about the fact that I do have one. And it's just like, I don't think that my experience with Twitter has changed at all from having one.
You know, it would be hilarious. Like Twitter persona take on. Maybe I'll do it out of boredom. Just being like really amped on having a blue check mark. Like I'm going to change my bio to like,
verified.
I do this.
50 states.
And yeah, I'm verified. I'm verified, so you might want to listen. So you might want to listen to what I'm saying on here, folks.
You know how people do like retweets don't equal endorsements? You should say like verified tweets equal correct.
And then I'll add a low opacity blue check mark over my headshot. So like my whole Twitter account is devoted to the fact that I'm verified. Whenever
you post like a picture, you should put like a little watermark in the corner that's your handle with the check mark next.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. You know what's bad too is when the people do accounts and then they come up with like the fake blue check marks.
Oh yeah.
Put like the emojis next to them and they're like, yeah, I'm fake They try to trick people into thinking they're verified.
Misty did that.
I mean, I like it when it's somebody like when it's like a parody thing.
Yeah.
But like people like legitimate like quote unquote average Joe, the peasants of Twitter, trying to trick people into thinking that they're verified.
No, Misty did that. Somebody tweeted something at him, and I think it was like complimentary, but like he quote tweeted something, and the account, I don't know if it was like a diamond or something, but they had some emoji next to their name, and like Father John Misty retweeted that person, and then like the next day, like his next tweet, you saw he added that thing to his handle, but I think he was already verified.
He's double verified. The only user on Twitter double verified.
Double bagging the old blue check mark. Yeah, no, I got to think about it, but I think that there could be some decent content there. The issue is like, how do you explain to the people that already follow you? I guess like people that already follow me know that like I'm just like down to do some weird shit. So I guess I won't have to explain like, hey, this is a bit.
It's also like a nice, hey, if you listen to Brunch, you get it. You're in the Brunch family, you get it. This is a Brunch exclusive.
They'll be like, what is he doing? I don't get it. Oh, he explains on this episode. Hey, did you listen to that episode? Yeah. So what was the explanation? Oh, he thought it would be funny. He was like, what if I did this? And like that was it. It was a very short segment. They workshopped a couple of potential tweets and changes to his cover photo, but that's it.
So I've been trying to change my Twitter handle for like 2 years, and like the one that I want is just being squatted on. And if you change your Twitter handle,
Lose it.
You lose the verified badge, and I wouldn't even give it a second thought. I would just fucking don't care. Don't care. I care more about the handle I want than the blue check mark.
What's the handle you want? Is it just Blackburn?
At Blackburn.
Yeah, you've wanted that your whole life.
So
man.
bad. And it makes me so mad that the person who has it has sent exactly one tweet. And it was like 13 years ago. And the one tweet is sitting here on the computer doing nothing.
I got you.
That
beat.
is the ultimate spit in the fucking eye.
I was going to say I got you beat, but maybe I don't. DJ Bean on Twitter did the same thing. They had one tweet. Let's see if it's still there. It was Globo Esporte. Yup. He still has one tweet from 2009, and he's just sitting there. I don't really care. I'll use the underscore. I think it's weird when the second letter of your first name, or when the last letter of your first name is capital.
Yeah.
Then it would be weird if I did like DJ Bean and it was like capital DJ B, capital DJ, no space, then capital B, you know? So
I think that you should change yours to Brave Dave.
I should do something.
That would be
like
cool.
I came upon this yesterday accidentally. My Twitter account is way more obnoxious than my Instagram account, yet my Instagram account has the obnoxious handle. Yeah, it's a million.
Yeah, that's true.
Ease.
I think like your Twitter account would be more befitting of like a
Brave Dave Bean.
dumbass handle.
But if I went with like Brave Dave Bean, I'd need to have like an accompanying photo shoot and shit.
Yeah, you'd have to like fully dive into the persona.
Yeah, I like more the idea of sticking with DJ Bean with the blue check mark,
idiot,
and all he cares about is how he's got a blue check mark. I'll make a t-shirt that's got like a blue check mark of it, and like my Twitter photo, my avatar will just be me like standing there, or how people will stand in front of like a mural or whatever and take like an artsy photo. I'll just Photoshop out the mural and make it like a big blue check mark. Yeah, I'm verified.
You should make it like one of those shitty Zoom backgrounds, and it's just the verified badge.
Yeah,
or like you can clearly see that it's not your actual background, and you set it as like a JPEG in the background of a Zoom call.
Yeah, Man, I wish the Zoom background life was easier. You can't really do it. You can't really do a fun Zoom background without like your lights going crazy, right? And everything popping in and out, looking all weird.
You got to have good lighting, and certainly helps to have a green screen.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about getting a green screen.
Yo, I can't say why, but I was thinking about getting a green screen too. And like,
really?
I'm like, yeah, we'll talk offline, but yeah, I might need a green screen for something. And I was like watching tutorials on doing green screen stuff and how to make it look good. But like,
can you buy in bulk?
I think the move might be just making one, man.
Really?
Yeah, you can make one. But like, I was watching the video on how to make one. They were like, now it's important you angle this light here. Otherwise, it's going to look like a crappy green screen. And I was like,
perfect.
Who does a green screen trying to make it look good?
Yeah.
If you do a green screen, it's because you want to look like a crappy. Like you want it to be like the Mr. Tillman,
right.
Like audio video, whatever he put up. Like,
even if you have a good green screen, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you fooling?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody's ever watched somebody in front of a green screen and been like, he is there.
And you can, when you're watching a green screen, there's very little chance the next words out of your mouth aren't green screen related.
Yeah.
You're not like, isn't this great whatever they're talking about? You're like, I wonder how they make that green screen work.
It is true. Like there's even if like the thought green screen comes into your mind, it is 100% a green screen.
Green screens are like up there on the stuff that people love to point out because it like gives them some sense of, hey, I know this thing, or like I understand this thing. Very similarly, this was a huge week for the Did You Know? One time, the drummer of the band Fleet Foxes was this guy, Josh Tillman. Some video went around of, it's like, watch the Fleet Foxes play this song with Josh Tillman, in parentheses, Father John Misty on drums. And there was like quite a bit of a healthy spike in the Josh Tillman was in Fleet Foxes conversation.
You know who did know that?
Who?
The two guys from this podcast.
That's right. But I think that's high on the list, though, of things that people think people don't know.
They love to bring it up whenever they can.
Right, but like everybody, if you've heard of Father John Misty, there's like if you like Father John Misty, we'll say, you probably know that he was in Fleet Foxes.
One of the first things that you learn about Father John Misty.
What are other things? I mean, like I always say that like the Misty thing is the Julian Edelman played quarterback of Music Facts, but there's a lot of things like that. People are like, hey, you know, Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. I bet you think she wrote it. Nope. It was Prince. Prince wrote that song. And Blinded by the Light, it was Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. So who's the genius now? And you're like, oh yeah, I knew that. Like that's like a lot of people bring that little factoid up.
What are those for brunch? Because we definitely have some of those.
Like, did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know that the guy from Sing Street was actually in Midsommar?
Yes. There is. What is the? Fuck. Amy Winehouse's. Is a cover. Valerie's a cover.
Valerie is a cover, and I like to double down on that, where people will be like, "Come on, dude, you all know that everybody only knows the Winehouse version," and I'm like, "Actually, you're talking about the Ronson version. The Winehouse version is like a slow jazzy number, and no one knows that one." It was when they finished recording that, Mark Ronson said, "Wait, can we do one more take of it? And we'll try it with the Can't Hurry Love beat." And that is the version that everybody knows. It's by Mark Ronson. Amy Winehouse just sings on it. Everyone knows that.
Boom, fucking roasted. And a big one for me that relates to you is that Adam Duritz sings backup vocals.
Oh yeah,
Avenue Heartache.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That is. You told me that one, and boy, you were thrilled to divulge that information to me.
Yeah.
And I always link it back to you. I remember exactly where I was when you told me, and it blew my mind. It did that I didn't know that.
So, I mean, I'm not knocking that like sensation of like being excited to be like, hey, I know that's a green screen. Or, hey, did you know Father John Misty was in Fleet Fox? It does feel good when you bring that up. Like I always say, like, I'm like, man, everyone loves the Natalie Imbruglia version of Torn just to let people know that I'm saying, like, when people are like, the Natalie Imbruglia version, who else would sing it? I'm like, the original artist, because it's a cover. DJ strikes again.
But I think that like I'm not doubting the joy that you get in sharing that information, but I do think that there is a sense of like, if there's a chance that this person doesn't know this, yes. I'm about to fucking blow their mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, and a lot of times when you do it, you're like, there's a pretty good chance this person does know this.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to put myself out there. And when you put yourself out there and they do know that, if you're like, boy, looks like they're working with a green screen, huh? And someone's like, yeah, no shit, buddy. You're like, oh, I feel really stupid.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, I thought I had something there. Yeah. It is like the ultimate, you know how there's like the Twitter response, like, you thought you had something, King, or such. That is what that is.
They say, thought you had something, King?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
No, it's not. It's like, man, you thought you had something there, didn't you? And fuck, yeah, I did.
But I like ending it with King.
I might have thrown that in. Me just being a nice person.
I like the idea of like cleaning up Twitter that teeny bit where like you're still being a jerk,
like mocking that person.
Yeah. Like who's the guy? John Cryer.
Yeah.
From
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. Yeah. There was a video of this woman singing the national anthem, and she was like in a park, and a guy was walking by, and he walked over, and he started singing in harmony with her, and it was a nice little video. And I don't know when this was. I think it was a while ago, but like it was getting spread around of like these two strangers just singing together. Like, isn't this? I think one of them was white, one of them was black or something, and it was like, so it was being spread and like presented as like, hey, this is just a small little moment, but shit, man, like there can be like a good 10 seconds in the day or whatever. And anyway, John Cryer tweeted it with like, man, it takes some balls to just walk up to somebody and sing the high harmony on the national anthem. But I'm glad he did it. And I responded, I was like, yeah, it's a lower harmony.
Oh, no. You dick.
You fucked up, kid. And like all the responses were like, I'm crying at this. This is so beautiful. And I was like, yo, you mean well. I think I said that. I was like, yo, like I fuck with your message, but you're incorrect.
You fucked up, King. That's awesome.
You were just half a man on this one, King.
Where are the other two men?
Where are the other two men, King? Oh, we gotta start saying shit like that to people.
Oh my god. That might be the best insult.
Where are the other two?
That has to enter the brunch lexicon. When somebody fucks up, just go, where are the other two men? It doesn't make sense in any other context, but it's so fucking funny.
Where are the other two men, King? Like when teams will like post stuff on Twitter of like like an injured player practicing, like, yeah, he's back. I want to quote you with like, where are the other two men, King? Like that's it.
You're half a man.
That's it.
Oh man, that's really, really good. Fuck
yeah.
it.
I like that. I'm going to forget like what the phrasing of that was and everything. I'm going to write this down. It's not like we're recording this or anything. Where are the other
By the way, I speaking of John Cryer, I watched Big Time Adolescence over the weekend.
Oh, he's in that?
He is. He plays the dad of the kid. And that movie's really good. That movie's really good. I liked it a lot. It makes me very mad, or I guess it doesn't make me very mad, but our discussion about Pete Davidson doesn't age well with the ignorance that we showed towards Big Time Adolescence.
Oh, because like he had a good one under his belt already?
Yeah. He was really good in Big Time Adolescence. And that movie came out this year, and I think that it sort of flew under the radar.
Oh, it's that? Oh, okay.
It's a 2020 release.
Wow. So somebody asked me that like right after we saw the King of Staten Island, because they were like, I like Big Time Adolescence better, and I think you would too. You guys should check that out. And shit, we should have. I'm glad you did now, and I'll check it out. There's another movie everyone's talking about too. There's like a phone plane movie or something. What's everyone
Really? I don't know.
You brought it up to me. I thought people were tweeting about it. It's like a stupid movie, right?
Oh, Money Heist.
Money phone, yeah.
Or Money Plane.
Yeah, I knew that. I thought there was like a plane.
Yeah, Money Plane. That's not a good one. I think that's like a so bad it's kind of funny you got to check it out sort of deal.
You know what though? I don't really like. Did you ever watch Sharknado or any of those things?
Yeah, it was like but I think that like that was made intentionally to be bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that this was made intentionally to be bad. And this one has Kelsey Grammer, I believe. So that sounds pretty cool. Like they invested in it.
As long as it wasn't made intentionally to be bad, then I'll watch it. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Remember Dog Court?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I saw a video on my phone of you trying to explain Dog Court to an Uber driver while wasted in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why not get that off the ground, man? That'd be a pretty good show. You remember what the pilot's about?
It's dogs in court.
Yeah. But did you remember like the
case?
No. So this is the most court thing ever, or like lawyer procedural ever. A lawyer, main character. I don't know. Let's make the. You know what? Let's make the main character a woman. All right.
Okay.
So the main character thinks she's gonna get made partner, and she's like, oh, if I win this case, I get made partner. And they're saying a lot of things to her, like, hey, it'd be nice to have another partner on the firm, and like really thinking I'm gonna get made partner. And then at the end, they name somebody else partner. That happens in every court thing ever. Someone thinks they're going to get named partner, which to me, like Joe, I got to take the Becker approach. No expectations, no disappointment.
Yep.
You ever watch Becker? That on Peacock?
Nope. No. That's a spinoff of Frasier, right? Is that how we got around to this thing?
No, Becker is I think Becker is nothing. I think Frasier is a spinoff of Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Ted Danson is in Cheers, and they are both in it with Kevin Bacon. 5 Degrees. Bam.